Morning, everybody. Do you ever just wake up and realize that life is a lot easier than people make it out to be? So, good morning, you guys, and I am waiting on Elizabeth. She should be here in 2 seconds. And as soon as she gets here, I am just super excited about today, but I'm also very humbled just because I've realized today of all days that life is simple. Last night, I had a really good sit-down meditation. Let me just tell you guys, I sat down for a while and really meditated just on the last year of my life and the year in front of me and my goals, and just kind of took control. Have you ever had to do that? Just take control of your thoughts, your wants, your ambition, and realize that life is kind of simple, you guys. So that is definitely something I have been focused on lately, is just trying my very best to, be focused on where I'm going and not where I've been. But that's hard because everywhere that you've been shapes who. Sorry, I'm going to have kind of sketch service until Elizabeth gets here. Let me see where she's at, because she should be here. So yeah, it's hard because everywhere that you've been and everything that you've been through kind of shapes who you are. And it definitely shapes your life in a lot of ways. But just knowing that we have the ability to take control of our thoughts and take control of where we want to be is something that I want not only to just remind myself, but to remind you guys. Have you ever needed that reminder? Just wake up and realize that yes, you guys, send stars, you guys. This is a star party. All right. So, I can't see it. I have no idea why. It kills me. Something that I want not only to just remind myself. I cannot see a star party. I can't, just so you guys know, when I say that, legitimately, it is not on either of my Facebook platforms, but that's okay. So, I will tell you guys that it is very humbling to realize that life was just meant to be easy, and we definitely have control of not only where we're going, but just our thoughts and our emotions. So I spent some time last night meditating because Elizabeth and I both have had it happen. Sometimes people want to send us what people say outside of our tribe, and I'm just going to tell you, what those people say doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, anybody that is discussing us are definitely beneath us. And it takes a lot to remember that. It takes a lot to remember that, people that talk about you don't have a clue. They don't have a clue of who you are, where you've been, what your goals are. They are people that are on the outside just discussing things that they really don't know about. So I was sent a screenshot about how this group of women felt like I owed money to a family, even though that family has been paid in full. And at the end of the day, what those people don't understand is that when the horses arrived, we priced them. All right, you guys, we better send some stars, because we're only at 1,290 stars, and that's pretty far off. How much time do we have left on a star party? So we priced them, and then the husband was like, I really need money. It's just almost the day after I advertised them. So we started taking offers. We just took offers. Whatever people offered, we took, because there was really nothing in it for me. So that shows you how little people know about what's going on. And yes, whenever the last two were left and they hadn't sold, the worst part is yes, they were given to my husband, and yes, my husband shipped them to slaughter, and yes, it was gut-wrenching for me. Do you know how hard it is to be trying to do something nice for somebody that you really adored, and then to have people intervene and interject? And so what it came down to is it came down to the son-in-law calling my husband and being like, being like, hey, you know, like, I'm sorry, but my wife was contacted by these women and they got her all stirred up. And how disgusting is it that there are people in this world that get so far in my business, they contacted a family that they don't even know to stir them up. And they want to make me out to be a monster. They want to make me out to be a bad guy. You literally contacted the family of somebody who just passed away. All right, you guys, we have to get about 1,600 more stars, and we have a minute. So we better send some stars, you guys.
Hey.
Do you need to roll that up?
No.
Okay.
No.
Hey, what?
Hi.
Hi.
You smell good.
I smell good?
I brought your sweater that you've been looking for.
Oh, did you find it?
It's the one that you had let me borrow. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's...
Probably. Anyway, sorry your seat looks like that mosquito screwed you on the mud department last night. She jumped over me into my car, and I was like, yeah. All right, you guys, we're at 2680. I don't know. This star party is getting awful close. Like, if anybody has any 500 or 1,000 packs of stars, it's a speak now or forever hold your peace, because I don't know.
Let's get the star party achievement. She'll show y'all my makeup.
I will show y'all her makeup. We literally only have 100 stars left, so come on, somebody send stars. Right? 3930? How much time do we have left? This makes me nervous. This makes me send stars. We need 2,000. Oh my God. There we go. Here comes some stars. Did we achieve it? Look on there. See, I can't see it. I can't see a star party. It kills me, you guys. The star parties, does it show it on yours? Go to the star thing. Does it show you?
No, it's not showing right now.
It doesn't show on mine. I think it like picks certain people that it shows. Because people will be like, we have a star party. And I'm like, I don't
Star
see
party
it.
achieved.
Oh, you see
Look,
it.
this keeps happening over and over.
Okay, you can't go live right now.
And I'm not even
What
trying to
did
go
you
live.
do?
I'm not even trying to go live. It just keeps on. I got on my video last night. I put my hair up and boom.
That is wild.
You cannot go live. You are to something. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you that they updated all the settings on the live, and it there's a lot going on
Look
there.
at them. Oh my God! It took its guts out.
They did take its guts out.
All right.
So,
they achieved the star
My
party.
screen just exploded. Yes, that does happen after a star party. See, I know that some people have to see it. I will tell you, I'm burning up. Yes, okay, do you guys want to see Elizabeth's makeup? Like, y'all want to see Elizabeth in girl form? I do love that shirt.
I know, I told you this is really cute. This is the one you picked out.
Yes, I love that shirt. Yeah, I picked that out. And nobody, so, God, with people, so here's what I will say. Like, after just kind of thinking about it, I'm like, I have got to stop. I have got to stop caring that people talk about me. Like, and I think that it's never, so here's what sucks. And Elizabeth probably is starting to understand it. Like, we all know that people talk about us behind our back, and we can just be like, whatever. But it's different when it's right in front of your face. Like, when it's written and people show it to you, it's like right in front of your face to where you feel like at that point you need to defend yourself. But then I thought about it, especially last night as I was really meditating on this, and I thought, you know what? The comment was made, oh, she thinks she's Facebook famous, and somebody else was like, yeah, only in her mind. If I'm not Facebook famous, why are there a group of you sitting in there discussing everything I do? I mean, I never thought I was Facebook famous until I literally had people sitting in a group discussing everything I do. And then you know what they want to say? Well, no, we're just calling you out on your bullshit. No, you're gossiping about a stranger. Because, see, you wouldn't have a clue about my bullshit. Because you only know about things that are on social media. And we have an entire life off of social media that you know absolutely nothing about.
Yep.
Who would have ever thought, like, none of you could tell me where I'm going today. None of you could tell me what Elizabeth and I did last night. Like, the thing is I live an entire life off of social media that none of you know anything about. And I can promise you, I'm not stupid. So you can believe that if I was ever up to anything shady or no good, I definitely wouldn't be posting it all over social media. Like, so that just tells you how little these people honestly know. And the next thing is, when they sent those horses over originally, it was, hey, if you just need to take them to a cell, like, we just need to get rid of them. My dad can't take care of them. If I was a shit human being, I would have hauled all of them to, like, the local cow cell and bought them for a couple of $100s each, and then just brought them back to my facility and sold them. And I owned them at that point. So sometimes I think when people are trying to make you look like you're a monster, they forget, like, baby, I've not always been a good person. Like, I wrote the book on being a shit human being in my past. Like, if I wanted to fuck those people, I could have. I really could have. And so I think that probably bothers me too, Elizabeth. Does that ever bother you? Like, you know how to be a shit human being. Mm-hmm. Like, you helped write the book on it. Like, she could co-author it. So when you're genuinely not being a shit human and somebody accuses you of it, it's almost more of a punch in the gut, because you're like, damn, I was actually trying to be decent. Like, I was actually trying to be like the God-fearing Christian that I fucking think that I probably need to be, because I spent my 20s being a shit. But I don't know. I mean, I spent probably 15 years of my life just being a little asshole. And that's another thing. Like, that is something that I think not only me, but all of you need to hear, is that it's okay. It's okay to do your very best and still have somebody not think it's good enough, because the truth is, those people don't think they're good enough. Those people don't think they're good enough. So they're going to see the worst in anything that you do. And what's really sad is that if, like I said, if I really wanted to be a shit human being, I could have done a lot worse. Like, I could have actually, I mean, I did everything I could to help. So I think that that's the part that I need to, like, grasp and come to terms with, is that it doesn't matter if I do perfect or if I do the worst. Those people are going to find bad in it. It doesn't matter. Like, today I'm wearing turquoise and they're going to say it doesn't match. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. The last 2 horses, since you asked, no problem. They gave them to my husband, not to me. The son-in-law texted my husband and was like, hey, FYI, like, the wire came, and the next day the check came, and we'd already canceled it. And he was like, I really am sorry. He was like, those ladies just had my wife super stirred up. He was like, but she went in there and let them know that you did exactly what you said you were going to do, and, like, we're just going to leave it at that, because the wire came, you know, basically the very next day. And, you know, my wife is just going to leave it at that. And, like, we're sorry kind of for the trouble. Like, they never apologized to me. They apologized to Jacob, which was kind of a punch in the gut too to me. But then after that, so it's like, okay, so those people are paid, they're satisfied, move on, right? Oh no. Now it's like, you owe them 17, not the family, even on the post that was posted at the bottom, it literally says the Patrick family did not approve this post and didn't ask us to make it. And now I have people screenshotting me that, asking me when I'm going to finish paying these people, because that's just social media.
It's like high school.
It's like high school, right? But I think for me, I just have to just realize that, like, I'm not going to appease, I don't want to appease those people, because the majority of them are people that I have, and this is the God's honest truth. As I look on there, they are people that I excused from our tribe. They are people that at one point tried to sit amongst us, and I excused them because I was tired of their fucking behavior. So I excused them, and instead of going away, they went to their own little powwow to sit and talk bad. And Elizabeth said, like, they add people to that group left and right so the numbers grow. But then if you look, there's like, what, 20 people? Like, 20 people like a post. Oh, well, you know, like, big shit. The next thing is at what point do I not understand that it's not going to go away? Like, it's not going to go away. They're going to continue to talk about me. Ann Rudd went so far as to get a plane ticket and follow Jacob to Billings, Montana. She went to the sale barn and followed him around to try to see what he bought, tried to take notes, and she couldn't even do that correctly. She completely failed miserably at taking notes and didn't even have the right horses or the right prices. Only because I had the bills, and I actually at that point debunked. I was like, well, here's the bills from the actual auction. So how can you follow somebody to an auction and your only job was to, like, figure out what they bought and how much they paid so that you could then turn around and tell people how much profit they were making, when if you would just ask me, I would tell you. I would just tell you. Ever feel that way? Like, yeah. I would have just told you.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted to see the bills on the horses, like, I mean, that's fine. You would be highly disappointed to find out that they weren't nearly as cheap as you all kept saying they were. And then we have to pay trucking all the way from Billings, Montana. And then I have to pay storage halfway because we stop at a feedlot and we keep them for a couple of days and then bring them on so that they have time to, like, get out and walk around and get their heads down and hopefully not get pneumonia. So if you think about that, like, think about that, tack that bill on, tack on the drivers staying in a hotel. So, like, there's a lot more to it, but they don't want to discuss that. But you know what? At the end of the day, I have to, like, this is a big turning point for me because I have to get a grip on the fact that, like, I'm never going to, that's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. They're going to discuss me because I'm going to wake up every day and do something that none of them can do. I'm better than they are. And when you're better than people, it's not because you wake up and you, like, think that your head is this big and you're the queen of the world. It's because you actively get up every day and try to make a difference, not only for the horses, but for the people around you. Like, I share a lot of my failures with you guys, not because it doesn't suck or it doesn't sting or it doesn't, you know, but I do it because so many of you guys need to know that you can fail and then still get up the next day and try again. Like, the majority of people in this world that are millionaires have failed, have lost everything and then regained it, not because they're perfect and they didn't totally fuck up, but because they hustle. They knew the hustle that gained the first million, so it was not impossible to do it again. Jacob and I have been through that. We lost everything. I mean, we lost everything. We lost everything. And why do we have it again? Not because I did it wrong the second time. Not because I'm doing shady shit. Like, I love when they're like, oh, she does all of this to, yay. They said, yay for Biden because he's making all of the income platforms make everybody claim anything over $600. And I'm like, the limit before was 20,000 and I did 150 through my Cash App last year. So just so you know, the $600 rule doesn't apply to me because the $20,000 rule applied to me. Like, we're not even in the same thought process. Like, you're pressed over a $600 limit thinking now he's going to stick it to me. Bitch. $20,000 is what I do in a month on Cash App. Easy. It's what I pay my staff out of Cash App. So, like, calm down with thinking I don't pay my taxes. Like, calm down. Just like they tried to say we weren't bonded. And then I'm like, well, it's just because you're looking for my name and not my LLC. But here it is. Like, so at the end of the day, you have a group of women who are wildly jealous. I love when they talk about money. She doesn't have as much money as she says she does. As much money as I say I do. Wait a fucking second. Like, I don't think that I've ever sat on here and said, oh, we are just wildly wealthy. Like, first of all, we're not. And second of all, what we do have, we bust our ass for. All of us. Yeah, Elizabeth is like, yeah. Answer me. So while their physical labor comes to an end, my social media work just started. So there's nobody lazy in my camp. If you're wondering why, like, we keep bouncing back from everything thrown at us, it's because we get up every day and work. And I tell people, if you don't like me, that's fine, but I should be a testament that you can be a shit human being. And then you can bounce back from that and really grow into a really good person. You really can. You can grow. Like, you're not stuck. Like, if you don't like who you are or who you were, like, you're not stuck there. And anybody that tells you that you're stuck there is a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit that has limited thinking and obviously can't get past their own faults long enough to understand that nobody is held or bound to who you were today. Cancel culture is disgusting to me. Do you know why it's disgusting? Because it's a group of people that believe if you made a mistake yesterday, that you can't do better tomorrow. And it's disgusting. And the younger generation should be disgusted that that's a thing for them.
I'm living proof that that ain't true.
You're living proof that that ain't true. Me too. Fuck you. What about me? I mean, I have literally not... I'm a much better person now that we do have money. I will tell you that. I mean, I bet Elizabeth will tell you the same thing. Like, I think all people are better when they work and have money in their pocket and, you know, they have the ability to, like, get their internet, to buy the shirt. Like, it's funny how money works, because money doesn't make you a good person, but money certainly makes your life a little easier, and it takes that stress off of you so that you can start to work on the other aspects of your life. Like, I am a much better person now that we have a little bit. I was not always a great person, but I was an unhappy person. I was a miserable person. I was somebody that wanted to see other people fail because I felt like a failure. So that's a thing too. That is a thing, just being miserable. I'm sure Elizabeth can tell you she's been there. When you're unhappy, it's makes you feel good to know that other people are failing, that you're not alone in your
Misery loves company.
Misery loves company is right. That, yes, ma'am. So for me, it's not that I get on here and talk about being a good person or a better person. I still fail all the time, but I just hope that there are days that you literally wake up and you're like, you know what? If Tara can do it, so can I. Like, if that bitch can overcome everything that they have been through, me too. I can also. Because that's important to me. That is so, it's something that I try to breathe life into everyone around me. Elizabeth hopefully feels that. Like, I don't care where you've been. What I want to know about is where you want to go. Where are you going? Where are we going? Where is this life taking you? Not where have you been? Okay, so you made some mistakes and you did some shit that you shouldn't have. But should you have? Like, because it really shapes who you are.
Exactly. It breaks you down so that you can build yourself back up to the person you need to be.
Absolutely. I am more afraid of people who pretend to be perfect than people who will tell you what they've done wrong. Because people who will tell you what they've done wrong are comfortable enough in their life now that they can discuss it and not hide it. People who pretend to be perfect, to me, are people that will do unscrupulous things to maintain that image. Like, somebody that pretends to be perfect will do things that they absolutely shouldn't do to maintain an image of perfection. Absolutely. They will lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, whatever. People who will tell you, like, listen, I haven't always been a good person. People that will tell you what they've been through and share that are people that have overcome that, learned from it, and, like, I'm still far from perfect. But it's disheartening to see a group of people try to tear down something I honestly have worked my ever-loving ass off to build. Like, I don't even think that there is enough time in a video for me to go back over the last 9 years and explain to you guys, like, how hard I worked to build what I have. What I've been through, what I sacrificed, what I walked away from. There's not enough time. And then to have people still discredit you, it sucks. But that's why they're sitting in a group discrediting somebody doing something and not out actively doing it themselves. And that is on 100. What do you want from here? Will you?
Hello, if you're choosing Starbucks,
Just
we're
like a
started
caramel
today.
frappe.
You just want a caramel frappe?
Yep.
How about
I don't know Starbucks like that was.
I don't know Starbucks like that. You want it hot or cold?
I want it cold.
You want a cold? Okay, I need 2. My order's going to be just a little bit complicated, but not too bad. I need 2 vanilla sweet cream nitro cold brews.
All right.
I want 2 pumps of white mocha in each of them. I also want caramel drizzle on the cup, and I do not want, like, the mocha powder across the cold foam. Instead, I want something with a little crunch, like sugar cookie sprinkles or something like that.
Let me see what we have.
Perfect.
I don't see any sugar cookie sprinkles.
Let me see.
Let's see. Yeah, that was seasonal. We don't have
That's
that
okay.
anymore.
If you-
We have the caramel.
The caramel crunch is fine.
Caramel crunch. All right.
All right. That.
Oh, I think we actually ran out of caramel crunch.
Okay, what else do you have?
Oh, we haven't? Okay, no, she told me. Okay, hold on. Wait, what are we out of? 1 second.
Average Starbucks. All right, you guys. So Elizabeth and I have a busy day. We are fixing to
Okay,
be
1 second. We're
on the road
checking for stuff.
doing all
I'm
the
sorry.
stuff and all the things today. And
I
yeah,
need to start asking when I come into work what all we're out of.
Tara likes to chew her coffee. I do like to chew
Sorry,
her
we're just
coffee.
making sure we have a keg of cold brew. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay.
Well, I know we ran out a while ago, but we got it back.
I had one last night, if that makes you feel any better. At this location. All right, you guys. So we are going to have a busy day. Please
Are
make
okay
sure
with
you
waiting
like.
about 5 minutes so we can make some.
Are you just needing to make what? The sweet cream nitro, or what are you needing to make?
We need to make up a new keg.
Can you just do the salted caramel cream cold brew?
Hi, so what we need to do is make a keg of cold brew, but
Oh, it's
just a
all
couple
the cold brew.
minutes. Yeah, we already have it pre-made. We just have to cut it with water and put it in.
Yeah.
It won't take very long.
That's fine.
Okay, so we are gonna do the same drink, the nitro, everything.
Yep, that's fine. We also want 2 of the PB&J protein boxes.
Okay.
And I would like 2 grande strawberry acai refreshers with 2 scoops of matcha.
You want that with water or lemonade?
Lemonade base. Hello? I'm live. What are you doing?
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I have 4059 at the windows. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Love you. Bye. Jacob is at a cell. So we have definitely been filling the Facebook monetization bullshit. So basically last night Elizabeth and I went through, and yes, my main page is currently being shadow banned, and then Elizabeth and I looked through basically the creator studio, and I was able to explain to her, like, from behind the scenes what it looks like in a creator studio. So basically,
Toby, 4059. I'm sorry about that.
that's okay.
For a second, I thought they were telling me the machine was broken again. I'm like, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna use and can I use any of my, I have like a ton of points too.
Sure, yeah. Do you want me to use it on drinks or food? Like, which ones do you want
Either
to
one,
use?
it doesn't matter. Have you had their protein boxes?
No, I don't even know what that is.
It's like a lunch. It's like an adult lunchable.
That's what would save you the most money. Brought it down to $28.15. Hello, thank you for choosing Starbucks. Can I get started with you today? I'll need $3.58 now.
Okay.
Okay, grande ice, white chocolate.
Thank you. So it's like an adult lunchable. So what we do need is for everybody to please do us a huge favor. Right now, more than ever, we need for you guys to like, comment, and share pretty much all of the photos. Like when I post photos, and thank you so much. They're fantastic. But you can, it's like an adult lunchable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like them. I bring them all the time with me. That's why when you guys are like, let's go eat. And I'm like, oh, this is what I would be eating. A carrot.
Okay.
I'd be eating a carrot. My child loves them. Thank you so much, my Jacob. Okay. Jacob got this for me for Christmas. It's from Scully's, which is, I think, in Fort Worth. I got this one and a Pendleton jacket, like a jean jacket that's Pendleton. And I got a Scully's vest with fur. I thought it was way colder outside than it is. It's what? It's 50. Oh, 50 feels like 46. So, Jacob has amazing taste. He has better taste than I do, for sure. For sure. And then this is a Pendleton scarf that a lady on TikTok made. And I just went to her website and bought one.
Hold on.
What is it? Look at my glasses. Okay, I follow Adrian Curry, and the algorithm showed that if the angry face or sad face will bring more views. But I don't know if it's bots or not. We tried it, and she got 200 extra viewers in less than a minute. It's probably bots, and I'll tell you why. Because when you put angry faces or dislikes or sad faces, bots come on the video to see why people are reacting in a negative way. I mean, you guys can definitely send some angry faces and see if it works. None of that bothers me. We get them all the time anyway. Oh, this doesn't have ice?
No, it's not the nitro.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, do you need a cup holder?
No, we're okay. This is your brain power thing. Thank you so much. That's your brain power for the day. This is my addiction. Cheers. It looks like bad horse shit.
Really good. This is that stuff that I couldn't stop drinking.
Yes, it has matcha in it. And the matcha is like amazing. Okay, put Buc-ee's and Terrell in your phone so we can stop at Buc-ee's. That's our next stop is Buc-ee's. Oh, I got a little strawberry in my. Got a little strawberry in my sippy sip. Oh, it felt like.
Starting route to Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Why did he say
Is that
like
this way? To Buc-ee's.
To Buc-ee's.
All I know is Buc-ee's, here we come. You guys have no idea what we're doing today, but we know what we're doing and we're excited.
Mm-hmm.
Buc-ee's.
He's excited.
In 5.8 miles, turn left onto East Northeast Loop 323.
So, okay, now go which way? Straight or left?
You're gonna go straight. 5 miles, and
Okay.
then you'll go left.
This is amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, if you've never had a strawberry acai refresher lemonade base with 2 scoops of matcha in a grande, you don't know what mental clarity is. I keep getting a strawberry. So when you suck in a strawberry a little bit, it... See, I think that when you send angry faces, I do think it's bots, because
Your
bots
views go up?
Yeah, well, not only do your views go up, but listen, I genuinely believe that it's bots come on to try to decide why are people sending angry faces? Like, what are you talking about? Like, is there violence? Like, especially if you send, like, the sad face. Like, not the angry one, but the actual sad one.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Send the sad one.
Mm-hmm.
I need my apple. How many of you guys...
Every time I go to your thing now, it's telling me that I'm restricted from going live.
Well, I am definitely a content creator. Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Yep. So, what I do need, though, is for all of you guys to like this video, love this video, and please like, comment, and share on the photos that we post of the horses. That is really something that you can do that is super important. What is really hard right now is that Facebook has limited the sale of animals. They don't want horses for sale on Facebook, which is fine. It's fine. But the biggest thing that always helped the horses was being able to share them. You know, share them in groups, share them with each other, because the thing is like, people are going to buy horses, whether it's on Facebook or they go to the auction or wherever. One thing I think that Facebook didn't realize when they did this is how many people now take their horses to auction because they don't want to be in Facebook jail. I bet we've bought hundreds of horses, and the people would come to us and be like, well, I put it on Facebook and somebody flagged my Facebook and I went to Facebook jail and I'm just, you know. So they took their horse to the local sale barn, and then guess what happens? The horse ended up, instead of going to a good home, it ended up with a kill buyer. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Like, I think that Facebook it's just more of like, they wanted to ban slaughter in the U.S. and then look at all the horses who have suffered over the last 9 years having to transport, especially in the summer heat, into Mexico. Like, it's long hauls. I mean, it's long hauls in hot trailers. You know, a lot of people cram pack them in there as tight as they can get them. I know once they get to the border, when they pick them up, you have no say in how many they load. So just think about that. Like, do people not, like, there's always it can always get worse. And that's what people, I think, forget. You know, but I will say that I do think that Facebook doing what it's done has helped the auction community, because I know a lot of people are shopping more auctions than ever before. You know, but also in the last, you used to be able to like get on Superior and different cattle auctions and be able to buy cattle and buy them like on your TV from the comfort of your home. And in recent years, I see more and more people from out of state buying horses in auctions. So like, if you look at Billings, or you look at Bowie, or you look at any of the like kind of little bit bigger sales, you'll see that there are tons and tons and tons of online bidders that are from all over the country. You know, and there are transport services now that start advertising before those auctions, like, you know, that they can go nationwide, so you can set up with a transport service, so in case you buy one, and it puts a little bit of pressure on people to go ahead and find something, because sometimes those transport services want a little bit of a deposit, and so you've already paid your deposit, so you sure better buy something. And so I find that it has drove up auction prices. Like, if you look at what horses are bringing at public auction right now, it's a lot. I mean, for sure. And then, so what happened when you take them to the border? So basically, everybody's different, and the way that they choose to do their business is different. For us, we've always crossed them as privately owned horses, so we just have a person at the border that has a facility, and we've always been able to take them there, and they just cross as privately owned. For us, that's gonna work out good. Like, if they ever ban, you know, the export of horses for slaughter, I mean, you can still pass them as privately owned horses, and then what happens, or what people do with them once they get them to Mexico, is just not your business anymore. You don't own them. So the thing is, for us, that always has been better about this too, is like, if you work at at USDA crossing points and things like that, what I have found that sucks is a lot of times you take the horses and then the plant gets them, and then after they render them, then they pay you, and you're kind of at their mercy. Like, you have to remember, they cross your horses and then render them before you ever get paid, where the way that we do it, there's a middleman, and so our horses are taken there, they're weighed, we're paid before they ever cross, and then that, I feel more protected that way as well. I feel like, you know, Jacob and I have had that conversation before. Like, I feel safer. I feel like the money that we've invested in large groups of horses it's a big investment for us, and we can't afford to lose it. So I can't afford to blindly, and people do it every day. There are plants and buyers that have relationships and they do it every day. But for us, it always has worked better to have a middleman to take the horses to the border. That guy, works directly with the plant. We work with him, and he's not somebody that has a Facebook page, or in fact, he's not somebody that would deal with the public otherwise. He deals with a couple of like horse traders who just keep supplying him with large enough numbers of horses that it works out for everybody. He's related to a guy that owns a plant. So it just works out that, that's his family member, and he's in the U.S. and he's, it just works out. Like, it just, I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not in Facebook jail or anything.
No, I am. I am on pretty much every page. And that's okay for dumb stuff. One of them I have never been in Facebook jail for 30 full days, and I am on one thing because of a CBD ad. Apparently, somebody flagged and it reported the Revita EQ gastric snacks as drug paraphernalia and drug usage and drug.
It's like they really don't give a fuck about the horses.
No, the women that are in that group do not give two fucks about the horses. They care about, what they care about is making me look bad and trying to ruin me. Like, if I were to remove myself, it would be a whole different ballgame. Because, well, but you know what it would be? Oh, it would be a different ballgame too, because...
Northeast Loop 323.
Well, thank you, sir. I was a little late.
Are we doing right or wrong? Should I have turned?
Yeah, you could go.
Okay.
Right there.
At the next light, turn right.
Why is yours a man?
I just switched them to that.
I see. Man, I have some TikToks to show you.
Yeah.
I am not. I know that deep down I'm still probably not a great human being, because some of the things that I find funny on TikTok are so inappropriate and so wildly.
You just have a fucked up sense of humor. That's all that is.
Do I have a really bad sense of humor? I'm telling you, some of the
You
things.
and Heather both. Heather sent me a fucking meme of a person running themselves off of a wheelchair last night, and I was like, "You've got to stop."
It was her. She's the one in the wheelchair.
Have a dark sense of humor. I was like, God.
Listen, some of the ones that I find funny, like one last night was this guy, and they were like asking him, they were like, so what is unattractive to you? And he was like, facial hair. And somebody with facial hair popped on and was like, thank God I'm safe. And I was like,
yeah, boss, I don't know what it is, but my body destroyed this.
I know, it's because matcha is such a...
Get in the left lane.
Use the left lane to turn
Sorry.
left to 2015.
That's what Elizabeth thought about matcha.
Yeah.
I ordered Lynette Officer a really cool matcha set for me and you and everybody, since she sent us such good stuff for Christmas. And then be damned if it's not on back order.
Yes.
I ordered a set for my house too. Her and I both. And I still haven't got my matcha at home, and I'm dying. Ceremonial matcha. Sad. I really genuinely love matcha. Like, I love it. Matcha brings me life, though. It's better than coffee.
Like, the taste of it,
It's not
bad.
No,
but
it is bad unless you mix it right. If I don't mix it with lemonade, I can't go it.
My body, though, like, I drink it and I'm just like...
Probably because you need something that's in it. Look, I don't know. Like, look up and see what all's in matcha. What does it have? Nobody will drink matcha until I make them drink it my way. And then they're like, oh, I love that. My eye just had a seizure. It really did. It shut. This one, it shut and then twitched. And I was like,
It has a class of antioxidants called catechins.
okay.
Matcha is high in catechin called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, which is believed to have cancer-fighting effects on the body.
She's probably cancerous over here.
That's fucked
We
up.
knew you were toxic. We knew Beba was toxic. We knew it. We knew it. But listen, you guys, at the end of the day, the Facebook monetization is great. We also have YouTube, and we really need to grow our YouTube. But growing the YouTube, we're discussing doing like actual like vlogging and do episodes on YouTube that are like strategic episodes instead of just being like stuff from Facebook transplanted over there. So, but just so you know, our website is always up to date, and I get this question all the time, like, where can I just go if I just want to see the horses? You can go to killpinhorses.com. Like, every horse has photos, their information, and the videos. So you can just go to killpinhorses.com and... What is it?
A napkin or something.
Did you spill?
On your drink.
You spilled your drink on my drink?
In your drink. Almost in your drink.
That's alright.
You want to use this? It's dirty as fuck.
No, I'm okay. I have coffee everywhere. That is just going to make you want to, like,
Yes.
run circles. Yeah.
No, it's just the complete opposite. It makes me want to go to sleep. Swear to God.
I have ADHD pretty fucking bad. And,
It
nitro.
doesn't do it to you?
Nope.
What is nitro? What did you get me?
Cocaine in
Oh
a
my
cup.
God, there's a mailbox.
Not even close, Elizabeth. You're like, not close to you because you're on the driver's
Yeah,
side.
no shit. I could have reached my fucking hand out and lifted their thing up, their flag up.
Keep your hands in the vehicle. But
Let me see the phone. I know you're gonna turn somewhere in like 3 miles. Maybe 2 miles.
we just have a lot of growth this year. And please don't forget,
0.6 miles you're gonna turn.
please don't forget to join the Wild Tribe After Hours.
It's worth it, guys. Most definitely worth it.
Turn left. Then take a slight left turn to merge onto I-20 West.
Slow down. It's not this. It's up there after the bridge.
There used to be a bakery right here that we could go to.
Why does this tell me to turn left like at the very last second? What? How do I
Because it
change
doesn't love
that?
you and it wants to fuck your world up.
Oh, yeah, it's like turn left in.
It's a man. It's fucking
0.1
toxic.
second.
That's why.
Oh wow, I can't believe this is where we're at. Oh, I just got ugly feelings in my belly.
I don't want to know why.
My ex used to go over there with her friend all the time.
I don't want to know.
Take a
You
slight
ever feel
left
that way?
turn to merge onto I-20 West.
All right, we're going to Buc-ee's. We're going to Busey's. I love when people from out of
Buc-ee's.
state, when people from out of state say things and they're like, "We're going to Busey's," and I'm like, "We're gonna see if we can't go to Buc-ee's and find Tinley some more
For 66 miles, continue
onesies
straight.
because she wears her Buc-ee's onesie all the time." I miss my Nugget. I may leave and go around the long way and go pick her up since I have a co-pilot. It's nice to have a co-pilot. I only get funds if you watch on the JT Livestock page. The Tara Michelle Sanders page at this point is pretty much close to being monetized, and once it gets monetized, it will be, I mean, we have a supporter group, so you can join the Wild Tribe Daily and then the Wild Tribe After Hours, and so it's kind of neat because we're finally getting to where we have, and that's something Elizabeth and I today are actually going to Buc-ee's. Then we're going to go have dinner together. I'm just like dating my staff. It's fine. Daddy knows. He's not pressed about it. Sister wife. He's not upset.
Mom's watching. Please clarify that. I'm not dating her mom.
Yes, she is. So, she's not. Although I think your mom would celebrate. Your mom would be fine. Like, I'm probably the most normal person you've dated recently.
No,
I'm not
is
really
so
dating myself.
happy that I'm dating boys right now.
Her mom is happy she's no longer lesbian. Just being around me and knowing that I'm the most toxic female she's ever met, I scared her straight. She was like, wow, I'll fuck around and end up with a bitch like Tara. I better go back to dick. That's what happened. Like, truthfully. She was like, wow, Jacob is really sane, and she even makes him fucking crazy. So imagine what she would, just know. Jacob really is, like, if y'all only knew how sane and normal and, like, just non-problematic Jacob was, you would be disgusted for him. You would be like, God, Jacob, like, you couldn't have found somebody less problematic. It's the vagina.
You're just complicated. Sometimes.
I'm so complicated.
That's all it is.
I complicate. I mean, I don't even like myself sometimes. Like, when people say things like, I fucking hate her, I'm like...
Me too! I fucking hate me too!
I'm like, there are days I feel the same way, Karen. Feel the same way. I mean, join the club. I mean, just stick around long enough, you'll learn to like me. I did. Like, now, at my age, I absolutely love myself. I have learned that I have so many great qualities. I also have some really bad ones. But you can't win them all. So I did. I scared her straight, for sure. For sure.
Somebody said still dating an engineer. I didn't know I was dating an engineer.
Yeah, Sam.
Oh.
Didn't he?
No, I haven't talked to her in a while. Fixing him right now.
Right? That's his name. Wasn't his name Sam?
It's Samir, but he goes by Sam.
But he's an engineer, right? Or
Yes.
did I have that wrong?
No, he's a civil engineer.
Civil engineer. There you go. People be paying attention. Oh, he's super cute.
It's not bad.
Hi, sir. We need a double date.
The fuck is life?
I will say this. My carrots are extra tasty today.
I smashed on everything. Everything's gone.
Okay, so Elizabeth, I am the slowest eater in the world.
Yeah, and I'm like the fastest eater in the world.
Elizabeth is the fastest eater in the world.
My mom hates taking me out to eat because she says that I don't know how to eat. And I really don't. I don't. I see food and I'm just like, bite, and then before I can even swallow it, I'm like, get another bite so I can continue to taste it. And so then I have like 6 bites in my mouth.
Elizabeth's trauma in eating that fast comes because she, unfortunately, was incarcerated. And I didn't know this. I wondered what the fuck was wrong with her the other day. I was like, Jesus, does she breathe? No, because she's like, I just know that I have to finish everything in exactly like 20 minutes. Like everything. And I'm like, but that's not the rule anymore.
Yeah, it sucks. It really does, because I don't, even Lane will be like, it's not going nowhere. And I'm like, I fucking know, I hate it, but.
For sure. All right. Daddy's calling. We'll be back live later. Love you guys. Goodbye.